pretty much the same routine over and over and over again, I believe I'm getting the reward.
Welcome to JT's Diaries.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi girly. Today I am tackling my skincare cabinet. I'll also run through some of my skincare favorites and some of the products I use on my skin. I have been at this skincare journey for over 5 years now, and I've stuck to pretty much the same routine over and over and over again, and I believe I'm getting the reward. I don't take extreme measures. I drink water. I try to drink enough water on a daily basis. I have this mason jar, the biggest mason jar, that I use to measure my water intake on a daily basis. I'm also actively improving my eating habits. I eat my healthy fats, I eat my proteins, and I eat my fiber. I also eat a lot of vegetables, fruits as well, and that also helps with the overall improvement of my skin. So I'm just going to organize my skincare cabinet right now, and I'll run through some of my favorite products while we're at it together. Some oldies, some newbies that have joined the gang. Also, let me know in the comment section if there are some products you'd like me to add to my collection. For me, I have the sole goal of improving hydration on my skin because I have very dry skin. So most of the products that I buy are tailored towards hydration as against tackling specific issues on my skin. My skin gets inflamed once in a while, and I stop all of my products when this happens and just use my Cica creams and my soothing creams to kind of reduce the inflammation or whatever is going on before I go back to my skincare routine. And I just ensure that I drink a lot of water while at it. Also, prioritizing my skincare is one of my favorite activities. Like, I do not joke with it at all, and I don't think you should either. It should also not be one of the biggest issues in your life. I don't want it to take over your life in terms of, oh, my skin is going through this. Every single time you are worried and thinking about your skin, it shouldn't be that way. You need to just find what works for your skin. If you're trying to target specific issues, hyperpigmentation, texture, dark spots, hydration, whatever the case may be, know what your skin needs and find products that work for those issues. You don't have to buy a bunch of random products just because you're tackling an issue you don't even know that you want to tackle. So for me, I know it's hydration. The only other issue or specific issue I would say I have would be my dark under eyes. And I don't think too much about it, to be honest, because there's always been like that since I was pretty young. So I do not necessarily think that a particular product will enhance or reduce the darkness of my eyes. It might just reduce the puffiness, but maybe not the darkness, but you never know. But for now, because I've tried numerous numbers of eye creams and I've come to the conclusion that eye creams are probably a scam. So I don't pay too much attention to it and I don't let it bother me so much. If you can do that, good for you. So what I just lean towards the puffing products. I also use caffeine solutions under my eyes to kind of reduce the puffiness and maybe the perception of dark eyes. I generally do not see the difference, but I use it. It most likely might have improved it over time, and I just do not notice because once you are doing it every single time, you tend not to notice certain improvements. But that is probably a specific area I would say I would be focusing on if I were to be treating specific issues. I also have like dark hyperpigmentation around my mouth, but it's not severe. So I just use the topical faded serum on some nights to kind of brighten that area, but it's not such a big deal. My major deal is my dry skin, and so I lean heavily towards hydrating products, hydrating essence, hydrating serums. I don't necessarily buy hyaluronic acid as a separate product because most hydrating products already have hyaluronic acid in them, so I don't bother buying a jar of hyaluronic acid. So I just lean towards glazing milks, essence, serums, things that can just help with the hydration of my skin, and I moisturize a lot, and I also use my sunscreen that has the moisturizing effect as well. So those are the tips that have helped over time. And so let's just go to my cabinet before I keep rambling, and then we'll see some of the products that have been my OGs, my favorites over time, and then the new products that I've also added to my routine. Let's go. This is everything I got on the Sephora sale, and I was able to save almost $100. Starting off strong with the Tilbury airbrush bronzer. I already started using it because I couldn't wait. This is so pretty. I got this in the color 3 Tan. Next thing on my list would be the Rhode glazing milk. I've heard good things about this and I just wanted to try this. This is an essence, I believe. I think it would do a lot of good to my skin as well. I love really hydrating products, and I think things with milk or with the milky consistency will help very well on my skin. I also picked up the Rhode peptide eye mask. This is a depuffing and brightening eye mask, and I'm excited to try it as well because I love anything that will brighten my under eye. Next, I picked up the set of Biodance masks. This has 4 different masks in it. Love everything that it says it does. Inside of this, there's the collagen real deep mask, there's the Ceranol, there's niacinamide mask, and there's also the glass skin mask. Another thing I picked up is this Paula's Choice exfoliating toner pad. I take everything Miss Paula does seriously. I actually read a book that Miss Paula wrote on skincare, and it just broke down and educated me so much about my skin. So everything that she produces, I take them really seriously. And this is a limited edition toner pads, and I just wanted to try it as well. I use the exfoliating toner in my daily routine, but I just thought to give the toner pads a try. So I picked this up. Next, I picked up my Sol de Janeiro. I typically buy the 40, but I went with this 91 instead because, you know, I like trying something new and the sale gives me the opportunity to do that. I picked up some things from the Sephora collection because you get 30% off everything you buy. So I used the opportunity to try out some of the products in the Sephora collection. One of the things I don't sleep on in the Sephora collection are their glosses. I love glosses so much. I love wearing glosses, and the Sephora collection allows me to try numerous colors of glosses on my lips to see which one I prefer. But let's start with some of the things that I picked up in the collection. I picked up this pack of Sephora favorites. This consists of a bunch of travel size testers that I can try to help me decide if I want to, you know, try the big size of some of these products. And I just loved this selection of products. This one has the Tatcha cream, which I'm actually looking forward to trying, and so I'm happy to get the small size first before I then try the big size. And this has a value of $164, but it sold it for $40. That's a good deal if you ask me. And it also has the Summer Friday mask or eye patches. I also have the Clarins Extra Feminine cream in this, and the Laneige, as well as other, you know, fun things in this one. One of the fun things in the Sephora collection that I think were so unique are these eyeshadow pencils. I picked one up in the 19 Brass. This has shimmer, and I also picked this one in fun shimmer. I picked these shimmer ones because normally I don't like wearing shimmer eyeshadows, and when I put this on my hands, I just loved how it was gliding on my skin, and it just felt like this would give me, you know, an opportunity to test out shimmer on my lids and to see if it's something that I like. So I picked them up. I also picked the Sephora mascara. This one is waterproof. I typically do not like waterproof mascara because of how, you know, weird, or because of how long it takes to take off, but I just thought to pick this up, you know. I also picked my favorite eyeshadow shade in the single pouch. This would be for travel purposes, instead of taking the entire eyeshadow palette with me, and then I just end up using one square of it because this is the only shade I like to use. And so they made it in the single palette, and I just really loved it. This is the Matte 309 in Scented Candle. Love it so much. So pretty. I also picked up a concealer that I would like to try, and the sale will allow me, you know, test some of these products. I hope you enjoyed this haul, and let me know if you have shopped the sale and what you would recommend next time for me to shop for in the next sale. See ya. I've brought out some of the products. Some of them are just sitting here, and I'm just trying to organize everything in that cabinet. So let's see what we have in the cabinet. These are also some of my skincare products that I've used this morning, and I just left them all here since I'm about to organize the cabinet. And like I mentioned, I generally drink 3 of this every single day. That's what I use to measure my water intake every single day, and that helps with my hydration as well. So this is what this cabinet is currently looking like. So let's get everything out and then wipe the cabinets down, and we'll see what we will be tossing out and what we'll be keeping And then I will be sharing my favorites as well as things that I just, keep for fun. If that's the case, I'll let you know. So let's clean. I currently have all of my hair products up there, so that's generally not part of my skincare. We might just leave that for now.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me?
I just use this to store my toner pads. When I'm using my exfoliants or my toners, I use that for that. This was a toner pad and I just kept the jar for that as well. I also use this to keep cotton wools. This is a jar of shea butter from Nigeria, original shea butter. Okay, this is very good for my skin. I use this for my elbows, my feet, my knees, just to give my skin in those harsh areas extra moisture. I also have this big jar of Vaseline that I never use. Never really use it because I do not like the consistency of Vaseline petroleum jelly. For some reason, it's too thick for me, but I just keep it here because you just never know when you need it. My sister suggested this magic shaving powder to me because of my strawberry legs. She tried it on hers and she said it worked, so I went and got mine. And I haven't tried it yet. I'm yet to try it. Let's see if it will improve my strawberry legs. That's why we have that. These are my gua sha tools. I currently have one from Common Hair. I have it in the fridge. I usually keep it in the fridge just to ease my under eye puffiness, like I showed you. This is the gua sha tool and it's icy cold. Because it's steel, it retains the cold. So I just put it under my eye when I have severe puffiness in the morning to kind of ease or depuff my eyes. So I leave it in the fridge every single day. I also use it, the usual, to sculpt my face and do my usual lymphatic drainage in that area. Just give your face some sculpt. This is the regular one I also use. This one is, I think, ceramic or marble. I have those over there. I just use this rotating jar for single items like this, my floss, the brush base to scrub my face. This uses battery. There's currently no battery there, but I use it to get rid of gunk on my skin when I'm cleansing my face. I also have some eye gels here, eye creams. I have a bunch of eye gels, eye creams. I just have too many and I haven't just seen any result. This one is from East Street. It's a Korean product. This is an eye cream. This one I got from Boots. This is the cucumber eye gel to reduce the appearance of puffiness. So I just stick to the things that help reduce puffiness, some lip gloss and a brush that I always reach for every single time. So I just put that here because you can rotate it to easily pick what you need. So for my body care, I use the Olay tone correcting. I know it's showing invertedly on camera. My apologies for that, but that's the only way I can see what I'm currently recording today. I would find ways to improve on this in my coming videos, so please bear with me. This is the tone correcting Olay body lotion. I love the smell of this one. It has vitamin C and it also has some exfoliating formula in it. It has the AHA, and you get brighter to even tone skin in 4 weeks. I don't know if that's working, but I love the smell, and I also notice my skin looks actually brighter, to be honest, to be fair. So this is my holy grail body care item. I would always have this. I will always repurchase this product every single time. This is the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. You can use this for any part of your body, your face, your elbows, your knees, your feet, for chapped lips, I use it every single time, and this is a product that I never regret purchasing. And I always use this in place of the Vaseline ointment. And the difference between these two would be the fact that this one has less petroleum than this one in terms of percentage. So I guess that's why it's easier and more fun to use this than using this one. So they are both jellies or petroleum jellies, but the percentage of petroleum jelly in this one is significantly less than the one percentage of petroleum jelly in this jar. That's why. My body oil, I'm currently using the Neutrogena body oil. As you can see, it's almost done. I actually prefer the Aveeno one, but I buy this, as well for my after shower, for nighttime. Then I use the Aveeno ones for when I'm heading out. It smells nicer, and it just adds to the fragrance, the layers of fragrance that you are wearing for the day. So I use that for daytime, and I use the Neutrogena body oil for nighttime. And I just got this containers, one for my floss, my everyday floss, and for my cotton buds as well. In here I made a mixture of baking powder, sea salt, and I think a drop of lemon or something. For days I want to exfoliate my teeth, I use this as the abrasion to kind of improve the whitening on my teeth. So I put this on my toothbrush, and I just brush away to kind of remove stains from my teeth. So these are the soothing creams that I mentioned that I use when my skin is going through specific kinds of changes or inflammation. For instance, I just have random itch or swell on on a specific part of my face, and I don't know where it came from. I use either of these to kind of soothe that spot. Usually I'll just have random spots on my face itching me for no reason. I practically prefer this one because I always feel the immediate relief when I use this on those specific spots. And it's not just for face, you can use it on any part of your body that is going through specific inflammations or itches. Maybe you have mosquito bites, or you have some random swelling on your skin. You can use this soothing cream. It kind of pauses the itching, and over time, in like 2-3 days, you find relief on those areas. You see significant changes in those areas. My sister actually bought this in place of this. When I saw that this one was about to expire, I told her to get me one of these, and she found the La Roche-Posay one. It's also a soothing balm, but you can also use it as a moisturizer as well. It's the Cica Plast, but by La Roche-Posay. These are very good products that you should have in your stash for days when your skin just disagrees with what you're currently doing, or you probably ate something, or you're reacting to something, or there's a bite. You need to have these to kind of heal your skin before you go back to your skincare routine. So that's why I have this. I currently have this Hawaiian Tropic spray sunscreen for summer. For days I'm heading out, maybe for a picnic or something, you can just throw this in your picnic bag or your handbag to kind of replace or replenish your sunscreen as you go. It has 50+ SPF, and it's actually really nice. I like the shine it gives my skin. And yeah, so it's almost finished, so I have to replace this because summer is coming. And of course I'm currently using the Dove. This also smells nice, by the way, so it just adds to the layer of the fragrance that you're wearing outside. I'm also currently using this deodorant by Salt and Stone. I love the fragrances so much. Love them down. These are two of my favorite fragrances from the collection, the Saffron and Cedar, as well as the Neroli and Basil, because of the scents. They smell so good. So I got these Vaseline shimmer stick. I noticed they don't sell the Vaseline shimmer oil here, the one that has the dark shimmer, because I feel like that one looks better on black skin. This one I think it's more for the white skin girlies, but it it does some of the work when it comes to when you're wearing like an open shoulder outfit. It just helps give you that soft shimmer glaze on your skin, especially if you're dark skinned. So also for body butters, I love this Tree Hot body butter. This specific fragrance, the Moroccan Rose, is one of the best selling scents in the collection. I love it down. Oh my gosh, like it smells so good, so delicious. Love it so much, and it glides so well on the skin. So for my masks, I tend to lean towards more hydrating masks, and on random occasions I use the vitamin C mask. And this one is a set of 4 masks by Biodance. This one has different versions, the one with niacinamide, the one with hyaluronic acid, the one for glass skin, and just overall hydration. Love this down. There are 4 masks in there. So I also have this one from Sephora. This one, I think it turns white, or it turns transparent on your skin. This has vitamin C in it, which I love. And I have this one that has hyaluronic acid, and it's just intensely hydrating. To clean off my makeup, I typically lean towards anything with micellar water or micellar water. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I do not use random makeup wipes to clean up my face. I only use the Bioderma ones because it's a micellar water makeup remover. So it's basically micellar water in a wipe. And of course, when I don't have that, or when I'm not using that, I use the micellar cleansing water. I would generally buy cleansing balms because those are my favorite ways to cleanse, and then use this after the cleansing balm, or just use the cleansing balm and then use my cleanser to wash off the rest of the makeup. So it's that easy. But if I have to use anything other than cleansing balms and my cleanser, I use anything with micellar water. This is also the Bioderma micellar water, and yeah, this one is by Garnier, but these two are Bioderma. Let's see if I can put these here. The wipes here. This is a favorite of mine. This is the facial spray by Mario Badescu. I love this facial spray so much because it's versatile. I don't just use it for facial sprays, I use it to set my makeup. So I just keep buying this. You can tell that this is almost done, and then I have this one for replacement. This one has aloe herbs and rose water. This one has aloe, adaptogens, and coconut water. Very refreshing. You can also have this small travel size for your handbags for when you go out during the day, because you can put it over your makeup if your skin starts feeling dry. So I tend to have this on hand. For my toners, I have this one. I don't use this on my face very often. I use it for other parts of my body, my armpits, any crevice in my body. I use this because it has witch hazel, and so it helps to reduce odors. So that's what I basically use this for. Put that there. I currently use the ordinary glycolic acid. I also use the Paula's Choice, but I run out of that, so I'm currently working with the Paula's Choice exfoliating pads. I'm trying this out and they're so good, but it's limited edition, so I'll have to go back to the bottle once this is done. So that for hydration, I use the Madagascar Centella Ampoule to hydrate my skin. I also use the ordinary niacinamide and the Beauty of Joseon Glow Deep Serum. This is a Korean skincare, by the way. To help depuff my under eye and to just aid the overall improvement of my under eyes, I use the caffeine solution by The Ordinary, as well as the Dr. Dre's the depuffer. Love this. This is basically just like an eye roll-on. I think you can use it for your whole face, but I use it for just my under eye. I also use this for hydration. This is the Rhode Glazing Milk. I love how this feels on my skin. For nighttime, I use the retinol. I'm currently almost done with the CeraVe retinol, and I will start the Inklist retinol serum for nighttime. So I just have both. Also at night, when I'm not using the retinol, I use the topical fitting cream around my mouth area to improve the hyperpigmentation in that aspect. And then the Firming Cream by Clarins. I use this at night as well. Of course, my moisturizer. This is what I currently use for moisturizers. It's a big jar, and so I don't have to worry about moisturizer in a while. This is the Vaseline Problem Skin Moisturizer. It is unscented, no scent at all, and it helps to repair severely dry skin. So I use it on my face and it has improved my skin a lot. Also, your sunscreen, you don't want to ever forget that. I'm currently using the Shiseido one, the 50 plus SPF. Yeah, I also have this tiny Tatcha water cream that I randomly use as my moisturizers as well. I'm currently trying it out to see if I want to buy the bigger jar or if I want to commit to the price tag on the moisturizer. And this is the peptide eye mask by Rhode. I just have a bunch in there and everything looks pretty reorganized and decent. What are we tossing out? The only thing I am currently tossing out would be this Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I take it with me every time I travel, but for some reason I never use it. I try using it, but I just don't like the feel. I don't like the consistency. It's not soapy. I don't know what it is. Like, it just doesn't work for me. So I don't know if I want to toss it or keep. But I just don't want it hanging around because it just keeps staring at me every single time. Everything looks pretty organized right now and neat, and I would say I did a good job with this. Thank you for joining me to organize my skincare cabinet. See you in the next one. Yeah, that went well. I was able to organize my skincare cabinets together. Thank you for doing that with me. And yeah, I will be filming a skincare routine as well in the next video, so you want to stay tuned and subscribe for more content. See ya.